channel. So today I'm going to share with you about my take on how to choose a right kind of sunscreen for yourself. For me, I was just using these two products. That was my Lotus daily multifunction sun block, and they were the SPF 17. Another thing that I was using, and you're going to see this in my monthly empties soon, and that was Vaseline's Healthy White Skin Lightening Body Milk. But I found that despite, especially not with this one, but I got huge disappointment using this one because I got a really bad tan on my back. It was like whole groove of my swimsuit had was just imprinted on my back, and that was the time I knew that I really need to work on my sunscreen. So I asked you a question on my FB page, and I tried communicating with you guys without much of benefit. So I was using these two already, and I'm using this one still till today. The sun is coming and going, so you will see that there will be a change in lighting every other minute, so please don't mind that. So I just continued with the video. I thought of buying a new thing, and I just featured this in my recent haul video as well. I got Lakme Sun Expert Fairness UV Lotion with SPF 24 and PA++, which provides me protection against UVA rays as well, and SPF provides me protection for UVB, and this is a broad spectrum sunscreen, and it just blends so easily with my skin. It's not like I am just struggling hard to rub it off and waiting hard to get it absorbed in my skin. And another thing that I got as a free thing with this one was this Lakme Sun Expert Skin Lightening Detan After Sun face mask, and I just applied on my face and then just let it dry for a while and then just get it off. It has got cucumber and lemongrass extracts, which just works great for my skin, and I am loving it as such till now. I've been using this for close to 15 days. When I was going through whole of this process of finding the right kind of sunscreen, there was quite a bit of information that I collected, and I think it will be a good piece of information to share with you guys. So the foremost important thing is that how to choose a sunscreen is that if your skin is dry, then you should choose a sunscreen which just moisturizes your skin, as a kind of one which I uses. And another thing is that if your skin is very oily, you should use a sunscreen which is very mattifying or gel based sunscreens. Now, number two thing is that what is a difference between SPF? What is actually a SPF? SPF is a sun protection factor, but does it actually provides protection from both UVA and UVB rays? No, it just provides protection against UVB, and UVB is that part of sunlight which actually causes our skin to burn. But Indian skin never burn, it just gets tan because of the melanocytes. They release pigment, that is melanin, which just comes on the top of the skin, and then it just gives you a kind of protection from the sun damage itself. So our skin has a lot more tendency to get wrinkled down and get aged because of the sun exposure, and this component of sunlight, that is a UVA component, is a part that has to be taken care of equally. But most of our sunscreens, they don't have any indication of UVA part, and that index is a PA part. So if PA is written on your sunscreen, it means that it is providing you protection from both UVA and UVB as well. So if you see that there are a lot of blemishes, freckles, patches, pigmentation on your forehead, or like as we all have normally in India, that is due to the UVA part. So it has to be taken care of. So you should always go for a sunscreen which is a broad spectrum sunscreen, and it gives some kind of indication that it gives the protection from UVA as well, and this is the one. It gives PA++, so it definitely gives me protection from UVA also. Another thing is that how often you should use sunscreen. It depends upon how longer exposure do you have. If you work out in the sun, then you can use it every 2.5 hours or 3 hours. If you stay indoors, then you can use it every 3 to 4 hours. Before you step out out in the sun, it's important that you should apply your sunscreen close to 20 minutes or to 30 minutes before, because even sunscreen takes time to get into action and get absorbed on your skin. So 20 to 30 minutes before you step out in the sun, it's important that you just put on your sunscreen, so that it should not happen with you the moment you step out, you sweat and all the sunscreen is gone, so there will be no protection as such. Another important thing, I believe this is a fourth important thing, is that sunscreen should always be considered as a second line of defense against the sun, because you should always seek protection using full sleeves clothes, umbrellas, scarves, goggles, whatever you think is good for you. You should go ahead using that, because sunscreen is a second line of defense. You won't believe even our clothing has SPF in it, which is usually indicated by I don't know the index, but a normal white t-shirt has provides 4 to 8% of protection from you from sun. So every as they say that index is much better than the index that is provided by the sunscreen. So sunscreen is a second line of defense. It's always important that cover yourself as much as possible. Another point that I always wanted to share was that even if you stay indoors, that doesn't mean that you're not exposed to sunlight, because sun rays, they have tendency to penetrate inside. So even the UVA rays, while I'm sitting here in my home right across the glass window behind this camera, the UVA rays, they are coming inside and they are acting on my body, and they are damaging that part of my skin which has not been protected with cloth or with a sunscreen that is giving me UVA protection. So I just suggest that choose sunscreen which has got both UVA and UVB protection. So it's SPF is just an indicator for UVB, not for UVA. And had it been I was aware of this, I wouldn't have got that bad thing on my face. It was like so wherever my swimsuit was there, I was having my normal skin, and rest all other part was, and it was so difficult for me all these days wearing out different dresses, and because I was always so cautious about showing my back. Though I used sunscreen, even then it happened with me, and it was a bad tan, and I got rash and everything went worst with that sunscreen. So I thought that this is no doubt, this takes care or keeps your skin white, but I need to top it up with this one now. And for mask, as I just told you, I'm using this one, and this is the sunscreen that I'm using all this month. It's a tinted moisturizer. It takes care of my skin in all the possible ways it can. So this was it, guys. If you still have some more information on sunscreens and whatever, please go ahead and put your information in the comment box below, and do push the like button if this video was informative for you and it helped you somehow choosing the right kind of sunscreen for yourself. And if you're a new viewer, then do subscribe to my channel, and I love you all, guys. That was it for today.